Hi everyone, this is Megan. I'm going to be going over 5 books tonight. And these books share a common factor that they are all vibrant in colors and just have very soft texturing that children will enjoy. The first one I'd like to go over is There's a Rocket in My Pocket by Dr. Seuss. And this book is about a young boy who is describing his household and how there are just so many creatures in his house that he does not want there. A strength about this book would be that every new page brings on a new and complete slate of colors. There's not one shade in the book that is reused on the next page. For example, if you look at this page right here, everything on it is blue. And in the next page, everything is white and illustration. Now, I think this is a bit of a weakness. The lack of detail on this page and the plain solid walls is just not exactly what some people want to see all the time. It is positive in the sense that you can only see the illustration and nothing is distracting from that. But from it as a whole, it doesn't play in the most readers' senses. Some readers want to see detail and just look in the back of the book and see, look at what I found. And this book doesn't have that. But it is like the other books in the sense that it's very soft textures and just vibrant colors that bring in kids to love the book. The next one I'd like to go over is called These Hands and is written by Hope Lynn Price, and it is illustrated by Brian Collier. And this book is about an unnamed girl who tells the reader what she can do with her own 2 hands. This book is very unique. It's such a simple text, but very complex pictures that are able to describe the text very well. For example, a strength in this book, actually, would be the patchiness of some of the pictures. Some of the pictures aren't all put together, like this newspaper right here is lopsided and backwards, and most of the things in the book are like that. And I believe the author and the illustrator corresponded together to say in an underlying way that life is full of struggles. Life is backwards sometimes. Things don't always go the way we plan. And in this book, the author is saying through the text that this young girl, despite the struggles that are going on around her, she is going to use her own 2 hands to get through life. And that is just a great message for kids. I would say a weakness about this, in this book, is the fact that it displays her love for music in a different way. It just shows pictures of her either listening to music or playing the piano, but it never really says that she loves music. And that can be very frustrating for some readers. Some readers just want to know, but in this book you basically just get that she's going to have a brighter day with her own 2 hands. The next one is called Dr. De Soto. It has won a Newbery Medal, and it is written by William Stake. This book is very in-depth and very just forward in a children's book. It is about 2 mice, and they are a mouse couple, who are dentists, and they have to treat a fox patient because of his very bad tooth. And this fox obviously wants to eat them because it's in his nature. And it's about this mouse couple just avoiding being eaten. A strength in this book is that the illustrations are so simple and so fun. It's just explaining exactly what the text is saying. For example, Dr. De Soto fastened his extractor to the bad tooth. Then he and his wife began turning the winch. Finally, with a sucking sound, the tooth popped out and hung swaying in the air. As you can see in that picture, it's doing exactly what they said. That is a great thing that an illustrator can do, is just draw exactly what's going on, and that's really appealing to kids. A weakness I would say about this book is the fact that some of the pictures, the mice don't look how they looked on the page before. It's a very small weakness, and that not everyone would notice. I definitely had to dig in there and find what was a weakness about it, and it's just something really small. But how it corresponds to the other books is the fact that it's soft textures, even though most of the pages are watercolored. It looks as though it was watercolored, but it's very soft and fun and just something enjoyable for kids to read. The next book is called A Little Bit of Trouble, and it's by Sally Grindley and illustrated by Eleanor Taylor. This story is about a grandfather bear and his bear cubs who go off for a picnic, and in the grandfather's eyes, everything is going just fine. It's a beautiful day. Everything is going just the way that it's supposed to go. But in the illustrations that are going on behind him, it seems like everything is chaotic and nothing is going the way that it should be. And that is a strength about this book, is the fact that the author can say what is going on in the grandfather's mind, but the illustrator can draw whatever he wants and it comes across. Um, some of the pictures are very random. For example, there's a cat on each page of the book. I thought that was quite interesting. There's a cat right there. And it never mentions a cat. It's just kind of there. A weakness, I would say, is that the detail of the illustration. Yes, this book has a lot of detail going on in it. And just every little thing you can poke out and just see. The dishes, look at the beautiful water right there that's happening. When you look up close, it's just so many colors. But some of the detail may be confusing because of the two different stories that are going on. And that is confusing for children to grasp and say, okay, well, this isn't what's happening in what the author is saying. But how it corresponds to the other books is the fact that it does have very soft textures and is just very colorful and appealing. But it does have what is needed to be a good book. In this next book, it's actually one of my favorites, called Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andre, and it's written by Guy Parker Rees. And this book is about a giraffe named Gerald who wants to dance but is made fun of by the other jungle animals because they don't dance, or he doesn't dance the way that they think dancing should be. So he meets up with a grasshopper friend who tells him that he doesn't need to dance how they think dancing should be, that he needs to find music that he loves and just dance to that. And strengths in this book is definitely giving detail and just colors on the next page that children will love and look and go, wow, this book is beautiful. For example, this is the jungle dance that they have. And just so many things to see. A weakness, I would say, though, is for other readers who don't like looking at so much detail. They like just small amount of things, as minimal as possible. But in this book, you definitely get vibrant colors and just soft textures. And that is how it relates to the other books. It's soft, vibrant, soft textures. That's actually all I have. I really enjoyed analyzing these books in a way that I wouldn't have analyzed them before. It was just a pleasure to read them and get to look at them in ways that other people don't.